Good morning, everyone, and welcome to an introduction to Wi-Fi performance management. This is brought to you by In Technology Distribution here in Australia and 7Signal. If you rely on mission-critical Wi-Fi to conduct business, you will find this webinar invaluable. And we are going to show you how to achieve this. Now, today's presenters are myself, Eugene Jasudasan from In Technology. I'm the guy on the left with the slide 10, and we got Eric from 7Signal, who's based in Cleveland, Ohio. And I think it's stowing in Ohio at the moment. No worries, Eric can manage that. Now, at any time, if you'd like to ask a question, please type it into the question box on the right. We will try to get through all questions. But in the event we run out of time, we will email you the answers. A little bit about In Technology before we start. It's about who we are and what we do. We are a true value-added distributor and have offices all over Australia and Southeast Asia, including engineering resource. We are experts in RF technology, and there's nothing you can ask that we can't answer. Our reseller channel is focused on selling technology. Our integrated channel is focused on providing services. How well do you know your land? Now, In Technology will extend to you a proof of concept and show off our expertise today. We are offering free Wi-Fi assessment for all wireless LAN. To register, you can follow the link displayed on the screen. And I will also email this link to you so you don't rush. Don't rush writing it down. We distribute a range of different Wi-Fi technologies and products. Contact me anytime, and I'm always happy to discuss projects or solutions or just have a general chat. Let's look at how we can help you. I will hand this over to Eric. Eric, can you start sharing your screen?
Yes, I'm happy to do so. Let's do that right now and make sure that it's coming through loud and clear. How does it look, Eugene?
Sorry, Eric, can you repeat that, Eric?
I was just asking if you could see the screen looking good.
Yes, I can.
Okay, fantastic. Well, again, thank you, Eugene. I appreciate it. And we are very appreciative of having a great partner in technology in Australia, and happy to be here today. Just a little bit about 7Signal. We're a 9-year-old company, and our roots are from Helsinki, Finland. Our founders were Wi-Fi engineers, cellular engineers, who worked for Nokia Networks, and they were doing a lot of work back a time ago where they were trying to improve performance of 3G, 2.5 and 3G networks. And they learned a lot during that process, and they looked ahead into the future, and they saw that Wi-Fi was going to become mission critical one day, that really life without wires was going to be quite common. And as a result, they took the principles that they learned from Nokia in measuring cellular networks, and they applied some of them to Wi-Fi networks. And as a result, they were able to develop a system of Wi-Fi performance management with really the Wi-Fi experience from the end user's point of view at the heart of it all. And so it is my pleasure to show you and share with you that system today. Now, 7Signal's value proposition to the market, what we're really trying to help our customers with, is this issue of trying to identify Do we have a wired, a wireless, or a client device related issue? Oftentimes when we talk to our customers, they will indicate to us that because people are connected to the Wi-Fi network, they just blame everything on the Wi-Fi network. But if they had a system that could help them point the finger in the right direction, wired, wireless, or client device, that it would save them a tremendous amount of time. And that's what we aim to do with our system. Now, the second thing is providing proactive visibility. Again, oftentimes customers will call in and report a Wi-Fi issue, and then sometimes that can result in a drop everything moment where now we're troubleshooting on the spot under a tremendous time crunch. And that can be very frustrating as well. So again, we aim to deliver a proactive system that can actually alert you and tell you where user experiences on the Wi-Fi network are good, where they're bad, and why, so that you can take care of them proactively before it becomes a big issue. And then finally, we wanted to record everything in the air from a Wi-Fi performance standpoint so that you had a history. So if you were able to go back in time and actually see what was happening in the air yesterday, or even last week or last month, this would be tremendously valuable from the standpoint of troubleshooting and also trying to identify root cause so that we can remediate and it wouldn't happen ever again. So this is really what we aim to endeavor to provide to the marketplace when the system was developed. Now, the traditional inside-out approach is actually quite valuable from the standpoint of if you use Cisco Prime or if you use Aruba Airwave or anything else to that matter, some kind of controller-based system or even cloud-based system like from Meraki, what you're getting is a really good infrastructure point of view. You can see a lot of really important information, including bandwidth utilization and statistics, as well as who the top talkers are on the network. But there is a missing piece to the puzzle, and the missing piece is this visibility into what's really truly happening at the client level, out on the edge of the network, on client devices, and in the air around those client devices. So this could be really problematic. Oftentimes when people will call and say, hey, I'm having a Wi-Fi issue, and they say, hey, what's going on with the Wi-Fi today? Many times IT professionals will actually look at the systems that they have today and they'll see everything is fine. And this can be rather frustrating for everybody involved. So what we're trying to do is take software and our system and push it all the way to the edge of the network so that you can actually see what's happening at the client level and in the airspace between the access point and the client device, which has a lot to do with what could potentially be wrong. And so we call this an outside-in approach. And since the future is the Internet of Things and just much more devices, we feel that out on the edge of the network is really where you need to be in order to provide the best customer experience. And with that, I'm going to introduce our very first product. So this product that I'm introducing you right now is what we call Mobileye. Now, Mobileye is an app or an agent that will actually reside on your client device. And in doing so, it's able to reveal what's truly happening on the client device itself. Now, some people are a little bit concerned about having an app or an agent that's running on their device. And the reason why is because most apps or agents that are monitoring and reporting what's happening on the client device, like antivirus software or anti-malware software, they're locking and scanning files, and these things impact the performance of the laptop or of the device. But none of this is taking place with 7Signal's Mobileye. Mobileye is really doing three things. One, it's giving you the configuration of the device, so it's able to report back to you what the make and model is of the system, the operating system, Very importantly, it's able to convey the wireless LAN adapter type as well as the driver or software version of that wireless LAN adapter. The second thing that Mobileye is able to do is it's able to give you connection detail. So it tells you what network you're on, what access point you're connected to, what your signal strength is, which is very important, along with what channel you're on and what band you're on, meaning 2.4 or 5 gigahertz. And then finally, the third thing that Mobileye is going to be able to do is actually run some performance tests so that you can actually see from the client device's point of view what is really happening from a performance standpoint. Is it fast? Is it slow? And everything in between. So when we're able to put our software actually on the device itself, this allows us to proactively identify which devices are running slow and which ones are fast. We can identify the configurations that work well and which ones that work poorly. The software is compatible with Windows, Mac OS, Android, and iOS. And because it runs as an application in the background, as a service, it runs quietly, silently, and with no impact to the actual device itself. Not only that, but it comes as an MSI for Windows or a PKG file for Mac. And what that means is that you can deploy it with a deploy script using Microsoft SCCM or GPO, group policy. For a Mac standpoint, you can deploy this with a deploy script using Jamf or Chef or Puppet or whatever program you might have for deploying software to your corporate devices. And this makes it super easy. And you can deploy it to 1,000 devices overnight, really super simple. And then once that device reboots, now what we're doing is we're crowdsourcing Wi-Fi performance data from all sorts of devices all over your network. So if you're a hospital, this could be from your workstations on wheels that are rolling up and down the aisles and the hallways. And it's really important that we capture information about how well or poorly they roam, and we can do that. At universities, we can actually, if a student calls or a faculty member calls and says, hey, what's going on with the Wi-Fi? I'm having trouble. We can put Mobileye on their device, and we can see what access points they're connected to and how well or poorly their device is roaming, what their signal strength is, whether they're spending time on the 2.4 gigahertz band, which is prone to interference, or the 5 gigahertz band. And it answers so many questions for us so quickly. It's really quite remarkable. When people called into IT and say, hey, I'm having a Wi-Fi problem, the IT person might ask a few questions like, okay, can you tell me what kind of device you have? Can you tell me what network you're on? And undoubtedly, they only get part of the story. But with Mobileye on the device, we can actually see all of the details that are required in order to help them. And that's really exciting stuff. So it's a completely